You're live, but I'm feeling dead. This is the Aaron Zero show with another edition of today's noise. And what do we have in today's noise? Same old stuff. What can I say? The Iran war is continuing for the 14th day. And according to Mr. Trump, he is going to hit Iran very hard. This after saying a couple of days earlier that the war is complete. So, you really can't tell with this gentleman where the situation lies. And they've already bombed Iraq many times, Iran, sorry, and I don't know what's left to bomb there. But surprisingly, Iran is hitting back in a big way at Israel, and a lot of Tel Aviv is beginning to look like Gaza. So hopefully, those missiles and bombs continue so that Israel realizes, but I don't think they will, the extent of damage that they did in Gaza. And I don't think they really care. According to Jeffrey Sachs, Columbia law professor, the Israelis are a delusional people, and they think they can control the whole of the Middle East. That is all those other countries, the Gulf nations, etc. And that is what they really want. And they feel that if Iran is a basket case country, that's very good for them, and no nukes and stuff like that, because they're deadly scared about nukes while they themselves possess about 100 nukes or more. Who knows? So that is the situation right there. And the latest news that has come through is Mr. Trump has offered a bounty on the head of Mojtaba Khamenei, who is the next in line, Mr. Khamenei's son. And I believe the bounty is for $10 million. Let's see what happens with that. But as we speak, the bombs and drones are flying about, and Iran has hit a major refinery there in the Gulf nations, and Iranian refineries also have been hit. And the Karg Island, which was the main export facility of Iran for oil, has also been hit by U.S. Forces. And apparently, there were some military installations there. And just a day earlier, Iran had issued a warning not to attack the Karg Island, otherwise, there would be unbelievable consequences. So we'll have to wait and see what that is. Strait of Hormuz is still closed. 16 ships have been attacked, mainly oil tankers. In normal times, 80% of the oil traffic goes through the Strait of Hormuz, as does the other traffic, for example, fresh fruits, vegetables, and other stuff, aluminum, uh, LNG, all that, helium, all that goes through the Strait of Hormuz. But now all the production facilities in the Gulf Coast countries have been shut down, especially in Qatar, LNG and aluminum, and then the other places also who are producing or refining oil, etc. And this has hurt the economy of West Asia directly, and indirectly the rest of the world. And this is all due to Mr. Trump. You have to thank him for that. And of course, India is also affected by it because Indian exports to Iran and to the Gulf nations are totally affected. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and whatever else that Indians export there, pharmaceuticals, etc. So where does this end? And apparently, there are two schools of thought in the White House, one that wants to declare victory and move away, and the other are the hawks who want to continue with the war. So that is what it is. And the latest is that the Democrats have passed a war powers resolution not allowing Mr. Trump to declare war on Cuba. And according to Tim Kaine, Democratic leader, Mr. Trump thinks the U.S. military is the palace guard whom he can order, and that's why you've had the attacks on Venezuela, etc. So that is where the situation stands. And China is going to give $200,000 through its Chinese Red Cross to the Iranian Red Cross to help the parents and next of kin of the 168 children who lost their lives due to an American bombing of a school there in, I believe it was in southern Iraq, southern Iran. Uh, I could be mistaken. And anyway, unnecessarily 168 children had to lose their lives. It's a crime against humanity. And Israel's attack on Lebanon have also caused about 200 children to lose their lives. So, of course, Israel always was a war criminal country, and now U.S. is also becoming one. So much so for the land of freedom. So it is reshaping world order, world priorities, and I think world groupings, because I think the rest of the democratic world does not see America as a reliable partner, a partner that you can count upon. And in the words of Mr. Jeffrey Sachs, Columbia professor, Trump is delusional and is surrounded by dangerous and delusional people, and his actions could lead to World War III. Already, China and Russia have taken the side of Iran, and that is quite a dangerous development because a miscalculation by either side, either US or the other side, could result in a nuclear war. And that is my understanding of the situation. Out here in Delhi, what do we have? Well, warmer weather on the way. Sometimes they say rain is coming, and we have the LPG situation, that is the gas cylinder situation, directly linked to the Gulf blockage of gas from Qatar, etc. Apparently, there's enough gas in India, but the people aren't getting it. And why is that? Because I believe a black market is going on in the gas. But hotels and other major places that are connected to piped gas are not facing any problem, including domestic households that are connected to piped gas. So that is what the authorities are trying to ask people to sign up for, is piped gas, so that they don't have to depend upon cylinder gas. Easier said than done, because there are many places where the cylinder gas is available and the pipe gas is just not available. It's not been, the pipes haven't been laid down. So that is the situation there. And a lot of local eateries have temporarily shut down or changed their menus, and that is the situation that's going on. Of course, it is especially impacted the small business owner, a small tea stall guy on the side of the road who's making some snacks for you using a cylinder. So those guys are really affected. A Supreme Court also has listened to a petition by a lawyer regarding menstrual leave by women, 2 days in a month. Uh, I don't think that's a great problem, and it should be okayed by any firm that hires a woman. I mean, how can 2 days in a month be a problem for a firm? I don't really understand that. But according to the Supreme Court, women won't be hired or something. I'm sorry, I don't agree there. And what else do we have? A bank apparently did not uh, accept a demonetization amount of 3.2 crores earlier. I think it was in 2016. And now they have been penalized by a commission. They have to pay the amount plus 6% interest to that company, because when the company submitted that amount of money and the bank refused to accept it, that money became worthless paper. So that is what is going on there. What else do we have? Uh, in the world of entertainment, the Tesseract is going on by Shamak Davar in Mumbai, and it is there with Pia Sotaria and Megan Mulcahy Murray. They're the lead actors with 100 dancers. So they're going on there. And it's supposed to be a blending of theater, music, dance, and AI. So AI is the new watchword. And legendary performer Sting on the Jimmy Fallon show said that AI is terrible for a performer because it could replace a performer. And he, of course, is a very iconic performer. And he sang a song by the rap icon Shaggy. They performed it there on the Jimmy Fallon show. So AI is good for repetitive jobs, probably in the industry, etc., but definitely not in the creative industry, where it would replace human creativity, which is what life is all about, human creativity. Thank you for watching and subscribe by the billion.